know who it is. So if they do take it. Absolutely. So that looks like this producer.
Yeah.
And then so just the two of them.
Oh man. Look at that. Well, he put his camera down. He was a videographer. A camera like that and was holding it up like this.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed by Trevor. He just goes to everything. And then I'll see him have a full day, through Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. And then he'll be at a soccer game. And I'm like, how does he have any energy left to go to a soccer game?
Yes. When he went to the soccer game, I was like, man, that's when I tap out. Nice.
He's such a great guy, yes.
We're going to take a live shot in about 6 minutes, just as a moment.
Okay. Can they hear me? Do you know?
I can make it so they can't.
No, I want them to.
Oh, then yes.
Okay. Hey guys, if you're listening, the man on the red carpet right now is Winston Duke. Winston. His last name is Duke, D-U-K-E. He plays the character Dan Tucker in The Fall Guy. So, yeah. I just wanted to let you know in case the anchors want to say anything. And I guess he's an actor in the Marvel movies as well. So, if you just want something else to say about him, you see him right there.
Black Panther.
He was in Black Panther. He was in
Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So, yeah, he's pretty well known if y'all take the shot. Probably not listening at all. What do you think, 6'3"?
Ooh, I'd say taller.
Taller?
My point of reference is Trevor. He's 6'5". I'm sure that's a stat. 6'5".
Sadly, I remember the original The Fall Guy when it was a TV series.
Oh, it was?
Lee Majors. Do you even know who Lee Majors is? He was married to Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, yes.
And he was the $6 million man. Yes, the original Fall Guy. Yes. So I was like, oh my God, they're doing a remake? And then I looked it up and I went, they're doing a remake. Oh my God.
many of the action scenes were shot practically as opposed to just relying on visual effects. So many of the things you've seen
No, I mean, like,
really happen.
I'm a Christian.
You got to film for what they were.
I'm going to go with Ryan. Ryan
I have a series based on the town release originally, series of books by Patricia Highsmith, and our series is airing on Netflix in early April 4th. And I just had a show announced today. A series of I'll be making in a couple of months.
Well, I think it's impossible to take but in our case, the best that Toucan guy. We call him the That was on my
Thank you, Chad.
But like in our case, it's just that makes it really possible. So Hi. Hi. I'm Drew. Nice to meet you.
My name is Stephanie. I'm
Hi.
David Leitch, which is the student executive.
Hello. It's been a long week, hasn't it? I can tell maybe your voice has taken something of a toll. Yeah.
So I'm just curious, what inspired you to kind of take on writing the re-adaptation of such a classic television show? How did you go about transitioning it from TV show to
Well, I loved the original series when I was really, really small. And I really wanted to get stuntman growing up until I realized I had a crippling fear of heights, and that somewhat like puts a glass ceiling on it. But my whole thing really was the vibe of the show, the kind of looseness, the freewheeling stuff, felt like a really good tone to tap into. And the huge thing of doing Ryan as a stuntman, you know, the kind of idea of it was how do you have a new kind of hero, a more working class hero and a blue collar hero. And to me, what felt really amazing is a guy whose superpower is to keep getting knocked over the hardest you can and get back up again. And that just felt like a really good, simple way into a model hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you were writing it, did you have an idea of who the actor would be to play it?
Well, it's actually really lucky. Like, I was really lucky in this one because I wrote the pitch. We were about to take it out, and we heard that Ryan might be interested. And so, even the pitch of this movie, Ryan was in. So from the very first word I wrote, I knew it was Ryan Gosling in my head, which, what a gift. Like, so, and obviously then, you know, the interesting thing about working with Ryan is it's a bit like working with Danny Jr. in that you can write words for Ryan, but he is cooler and funnier than I will ever be. So at some point you just get out of the way and let him do his own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And was it difficult in transitioning it when you're trying to live up to the TV show in any way? Was that a challenge for you?
I think the TV show is iconic. I think 90% or more of the people that go see this movie probably won't see it, the TV show. And so the balance is always to make something that, if you've never even heard of it, feels fresh and new. And if you did love the show, then it's respectful enough, in this case, the tone and the idea, that people still lock in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get into it next day. Okay. Thank
So
you.
sorry, nice to meet you. Yeah, careful with that voice. Thank you.
You did that for quite some time.
genres, but within their own things. This one was kind of, as I said, mixing it all together. It was a different process. You know, we filmed in Sydney. It wasn't a pandemic like Bullet Train. You know, I didn't get as much of Dave in the early stages as I did on Bullet Train. So, we figured things out for a few months, but I think we got to a cool place. What in the specific fields, listen to a lot of music, watch a lot of movies, and just have a huge library up there in your head that you can draw from for experience. For me, personally, it was I wasn't going to stay up until some stuff cliche. I wasn't going to stop until I got to where I got to. I moved 6,000 miles away from home to try and make this happen for myself. So I think, while that's a little bit cliche, I think the message behind it is, if you really believe in yourself and that's what you want to do, at some point you're going to get it. Super cheesy, sorry.
No, it's perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi. The topic continues. Hi. Nice to meet you too. It is. It's from Texas. It's a designer in Texas. In Houston. I believe.
Oh, you just got the album. Okay. So, music is such a key part of No, it is very high. Very high. Thanks so much, guys.
I do. I have a couple fight scenes, and it's really cool. I think it really is all about the world that you create. Black Panther is a world of superpowers, and getting to jump super high into the air, people showing powers and flying people, and all these type of things. So it differs because the physics of the world. This one is a world that's really similar to the other. He just plays a guy who organizes stuff. Usually not the people who are in front of the camera. The stunt coordinator, he makes sure everyone's safe. And I was put into a position to use these short punches and his safety falls to actually fend off danger. And it's really funny. So I think it's a world that feels really similar to ours. And that makes it really charming. Oh, it is. Really great. Sci-Fi is always a really safe place to bring your movie. It's a great film culture. It's a great place where folks there are super accepting, and I can't wait to get into the theater. You feel it in the movie theater. People laugh a little extra hard. It's a really great thing when it's the first time people see it. It's very easy. It's very easy to be a critic, but very hard to be. So, working in safe places, doing work and development in safe places, is kind of what we need. I think, the larger message for all of us, safety is what we're kind of to say. I'm 6'5", almost 6'6". You're in the UK or the rest of the world, that's too big.
Hi, Winston.
Winston. How you doing?
We're with the student newspaper for the
Hey, I love students. Yes.
So I'm just curious, what kind of drew you to this script in particular in this project, especially as a readaptation of something that was so iconic?
So the script was really fun and playful. I was at a place in my life where I wanted to have a little bit more escapism and deal with something fun and light. And then once I figured out and heard who the cast was, it was a little bit of a no-brainer. Working with Emily Blunt and Ryan and this director, it was a little bit of a no-brainer. David Leitch has really put his stamp on this entire industry within the last 10 years, 15 years, going back into the work he was doing with all the work in the past. So it was a little bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you talked about doing stunts and stuff. Do you think this kind of gave you a newfound appreciation for stunt people and everything of that sort?
I've always had a really big appreciation for stunt people because I've gotten injured on set before. Yeah. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna leave the stunts to the stunt people, like majority-wise. And the way they sacrifice, they do a lot of sacrificing for the front of the camera. They do a lot of sacrificing for the audience, and it always goes unnoticed. Because they're jumping in and pretending to be us. And it's about time that we use the power that we do have, we use the visibility that we do have to bring attention, and that's really what it means to advocate for people in every sector of life, right? So it's for the people who don't have a stronger voice. So that's why I think these actors and this director and all of the advocates who are doing this work is doing it because, we're speaking for the people who can't speak for themselves as easily.
Yeah, absolutely. And then my last question is there any elements of the original intellectual property that you utilized in your character development?
No, I think it was just a really fresh new take. It's a whole different time. It's a different world we live in. It's not the 80s anymore, We live in a whole new, globalized culture, and I think we're a Los Angeles-based crew shooting in Australia. We're coming out in a time after COVID. We're a part of an industry that's changing every single day with streaming and everything else. I think it's just a new time, so I didn't really see a lot of things I needed to borrow from the old. We're looking ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Hi, how are you?
Really good.
Betty Cross with CBS Austin. Of course, this is Winston Duke. Nice to see you.
I'll stand back. Yes, pulling back, yeah.
I know you told us you were 6'5".
Yes.
All right, I understand you play Ryan Gosling's best friend in this
Yes,
movie.
yes,
Did y'all
yes, yes.
become friends during this?
We did. We had really great shorthand even from the first day. We met as artists, and on the first day we started breaking down the script, being like, this works, this doesn't work, what do you want to do? And we had a lot of freedom, and that always translates on screen into chemistry. So I would say that we had a lot, and it was just a brilliant time.
Did he get any ribbing as Ken?
Ribbing? I think this Colt Seavers has a little bit of Kenergy, but he's a lot more self-aware. He, as always, Ryan has a beautiful knack of making it all very endearing, personal, and human. So I think it's going to be really fun for audiences to connect with just another wonderful character through his eyes and through his instrument.
You're not old enough to have seen Lee Majors in the
You
original.
don't know me. Well, I'm not.
Did you go back and watch it at all?
I didn't. I really thought that, what's really great about this movie and the time that we're in right now is that we're in a world that's completely different from the 80s. We're in a different Hollywood from the 80s. We're in a different global culture, than the 80s. We're post-COVID. We're in a world of, everything economically shifting, and I think we just kind of got to embrace that, and this movie is that. It's not the 80s. I think there's some nostalgia with the IP itself and the fact that it's an old school, fun action movie, but that's it. It's the genre. The genre is nostalgic, but the content is futuristic and modern.
Can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Hi, Winston. Donnie.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm great, man. I love your shirt.
Thank you. I was just about to say, I love your pants.
Oh, man, maybe we can split.
I will. I feel like your pants would be up in here over there.
You know what? Don't do that. Don't do that.
It'd be like a clown. Where'd you get them, though? I'm curious.
Oh, I have a stylist, and it's a local Los Angeles brand.
They're awesome. Yeah, definitely those guys. So, stuff people are like such an important part of film. Obviously, it seems like those sort of love letters and films too. But tell me a little bit why it's so important for you to be a part of this little why. You work another movie where some people are like,
I've also worked with this film as well.
Oh my gosh. I think I'd be on
Black Panther 1.
It was a pretty good interview.
Also, being able to be a part of a conversation where we're advocating for people who don't have that strong of a voice, like we do. I get to be in front of it all.
At best, we'll pull a 15-second soundbite.
I think a big part of I think of this as its own form of social justice. That's always speaking up for people.
I'll do that.
That's my voice. And it's all about getting recognition as well. So I think it was, for me, it was a
That'd be
no-brainer.
great.
The entire
Betty
movement,
Cross
the
with CBS Austin.
and everything else. To me, it's a no-brainer. Any world where we're all empowered is a better world. So they're going to do better work, I believe. If they know they can be recognized, they're going to be way more creative. They're going to do things to push boundaries. And also, once it's regulated, it's going to be even better for film. So to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and I mean, you have an amazing director, an amazing cast. Obviously all of it was something, the reasons why you wanted to make the movie, of course, right? Yeah.
To me, like I said, it's a no-brainer hearing. Who was a part of this film? Ryan, Emily, everyone. David Leitch was really creating his own space. It was a joy getting to work with him and play with him.
Am I in your way?
Yeah, and you're premiering it here at South by. How does it feel?
South by is always a really safe place to bring It's a place where people laugh a little harder. It's a place where everyone's really excited. The festival itself is so
What kind of dreams of this film and about is different than these other action?
happy to host.
I mean, if someone said to you,
It's like anywhere else. You have a good host.
Ryan Gosling, would you say no?
South by
I mean, that's
Southwest.
literally how it was pitched to me, and I was like, I will do anything. If you want me to be there, I'm happy to be there. But of course, then when I really got to know the story, it was so special. That make these types of movies possible, and there's so much art to it, and
trying to tell the story?
There is an Easter egg right at the end.
And my last question is, do you feel like you're being known for your science and for people doing this work with you?
I think I've never not respected the hardest working people in action films. They are just like the type of labor and choreography, the type of planning that has to go into making a stunt work, not only for actors, but also to make sure that people are safe. It's incredible. It's amazing. This is the first movie that I've done at this scale where I actually see, like cars flip and like cranes at the top of a real life building, and it just made the stakes that much higher. And I really understand like the science actually behind it, how important that is to keep us safe and make the film look good. So yeah, they're amazing. The stunt community is amazing.
Absolutely awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Go to Betty.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hi, good to see you.
Is this your third South by?
It is my third South by, third in a row.
How does it compare?
I mean, every year is very different. Obviously, the first one, Everything Everywhere. Second one, Joyride. This one, The Fall Guy, here with Ryan Gosling and this amazing cast. I mean, the tacos are always incredible. And it is wild. I mean, this one in particular, it feels like a home. This film festival is like a home, and it's one of my favorite film festivals, and it's always so good to be here.
You probably even know the exact spots, your like old favorites that you go back to.
I already had some this morning. Yeah.
All right, so this is an action film. I don't think, have you done an action film like this before?
Everything Everywhere had action, but definitely not at this level because, quite frankly, we just didn't have the budget to get to pull off what we get to pull off in this film, and it's really special. I want to do like a full-on action film, one like this with a lot of heart, because it's just like the way you have to train for it, and also what people pull off in terms of the set pieces that they make. It's truly an incredible art form, and it's amazing.
Was it harder than you expected it to be?
I think it was a little scarier sometimes. You're like, wow, that car's really going to flip like that? Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi Stephanie, how are you? Good to see you
Good.
again. How have things been since we saw each other last year?
Good. Kind of the same, not really the same, which is what is the same about it.
That's so true. You seem to have always won the cast lottery. I feel like the last 3 years you'd come back, right? Like I was gonna say, you had the show Yo, and then Joyride, you had an amazing cast, and now talk about working with this cast in this film.
I am spoiled and have won the lottery, and I mean, this is like a room full of legends in every way.
Try to get a photo. Her over my shoulder.
Yeah, and you were talking about it a little earlier about the action and stuff, and I talked to Winston about this, how this movie, everyone's saying it's sort of like a love letter, kind of a way to recognize stunt people. Talk to me about why it's so important for you. So anytime we get to sort of make something that, without being too overly earnest, we still want to make something entertaining, really turn the camera that way. I think that's not only educational, but a gesture of gratitude to people. Yeah, well, awesome. Congratulations on the film. I guess we'll see you next year.
Yeah, see you next year. Yeah, see you next year.
Tell me when to get on the plane. It was really
You're not too much at this point.
An action movie.
Sorry?
Did you like doing an action
Yes.
movie? Did you have any scene of it?
Yeah, no, I did have some scene work. It was incredible, really incredible. So it was so lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hannah, we loved you in Ted Lasso.
Thank you. I loved Ted Lasso.
In that TV series, you sat behind a desk looking beautiful.
Yes, but not now.
Not now. Tell me about this experience.
Yeah, because you guys don't know how difficult it is for me to be contained behind a desk. I think people think that I'm Rebecca, but I couldn't be more the antithesis. So it's really lovely to kind of flex a very different muscle in this movie, and not least of which the stunt stuff of it all has just been so thrilling to be trusted with and guided by. I mean, trust me, I'm doing like 0.00001 of the stunt contribution, but it was so much fun.
Was there anything that took you out of your comfort zone?
I've got scars to prove it, like all over the place. They're not big ones, they're not a broken leg, but I've still got them, and I feel like it's my badge of honor. And they gave me a cap at the end going, no, you've brought it. You've moved into the stunt world. So I was thrilled, really thrilled. Thank you, love. Thank you.
Hi, Hannah, Donnie, lovely to meet you. So, you know, we kind of just talked about it, but I've read somewhere too that you said, you know, people find you unrecognizing. You're also talking about, you know, all the stunts you have to do. So this is like a way for you to sort of like show, like you said, your almost true self in a way, right?
Yeah, it's so nice because it's like, I'm going to be a better angle than I'm almost like in such a deep style. It's a joke. With glasses, hat, so constantly like. So yeah, it's been brilliant fun to go, do you know what guys? I'm all about that, you know what? I'm a little bit this, I'm a little bit country, you know?
I heard there was a lot of improv, so do you think you
So much improv. That's the frightening bit. So much improv. And at first, I was jet lagged, and I've just come off the back of 10 and some more sex education. And I arrived in Sydney, and I was like, what am I going to do?
I guess so. I can imagine that the interview with Brian. Yes. Right? Just gonna let him know if we're in the middle of one of the bigger interviews, and we'll probably just keep going.
Is that what they say?
I'm gonna ask if that's what it was.
Or did you call it on my IFB?
I'm not called in.
No? What? It's busy.
The director.
Who's the gal who's with her? We can have it on.
Who's the director, though?
He's the oldest. Okay. We should probably get that.
David and Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't dial in. It's busy. The IFB line's busy.
I just let her know.
Okay.
There was adventures on and off set.
Did you get a good picture of Brian yet?
Okay. He's great, talented stuntman in the show, but he's also a picture on the water in the episodes. And so I think all of that is in the DNA of the character. But we did take our own license.
Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't smudge it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the choice of the actor, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt? How did you decide?
Well, there really wasn't any other people on the list, and we were just hoping that they would say yes because we're such huge fans. And actually, when we went into casting, I'm being honest, like we went to Ryan early on before we even had a script, and he was excited about the potential of a character that maybe doesn't understand his skills yet, and by the end of the movie can realize that he has a certain set of skills and to be a superhero of his own. And then when we were really building the character of Emily, we changed her in the script from...
Yeah, right before we got Emily, we converted the Jodie role from a makeup artist to a first-time director, thinking that it sort of raised the stakes for her. If all the pressure that goes into that big job that you're breaking the glass ceiling, and then this guy shows up who like left you and like you don't know what to do, and how that just kind of adds and elevates a really interesting complication to her journey. And she read the rough draft of that, and it was honestly a mess. I don't know how we got her, and thank God we did, because then we were able to really grow it into its full self, and with her there, and she only makes everything better.
She makes everything better.
Yeah.
And coming up after Deadpool 2, after Bullet Train, what can people expect that will be different in this film?
Wow, this, all those movies have heart, and they have a lot of heart, but I don't think we've ever had a romance like this in our films, in an 87 North film. So it was really exciting to play with that storyline and watch these two great actors bring this romance to life, and it's kind of like an old school romance. It's really sweeping and fun, and
yeah, for me, this is the way David would do a classic film forever for the books. And it's still got all of his wildness, and it's got all these different tones and stuff that he's balancing, but it is certainly like lands in a really classic space, which is really exciting. We haven't done that before.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I just want to ask you a quick premiering here on South by Southwest, talking about racial representation.
we are so excited to be here at South by because 7 years ago to this day, we premiered Atomic Blonde, which is another movie that's really dear to our heart, and a really special movie. And the crowd was so receptive, and it was like...
That was an awesome movie. That's probably why.
So we thought, where do we want to go back to? Where do we want to release this film?
You said 7531?
Yes.
Let's go, guys.
Trying to get down here as fast as possible, but if the studio pulls us, we have to go down.
So should we do it as a group?
We'll try, but if they pull us in, then they pull us in, and I'm trying. I want to get it.
Team effort, yes.
Also really share our experiences, our love
Ryan, so excited to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We're pulling resources.
Okay, all right.
Start with this right here.
Yeah, so can you tell me something about all the action scene? I know that you usually like to do everything a lot by yourself. How did you prepare for this?
In this, I was happy to do none of my own stunts. I was leaving it to the professionals. I've had a stunt double most of my life. I started on a kids action TV show, and so it's always been this weird thing where they come in, they do all the cool stuff, they risk everything, and then they leave, and then we pretend like we did it, and it's strange. In any other department, they get credit for what they do, but the stunt community doesn't. So it's really exciting to be here and to be a part of something that sort of shines a light a little bit on just a fraction of what they contribute.
I saw you quoted as saying this is kind of a love letter to action films.
Yes.
Is that how you see it?
Action films, to action, to the stunt community, to the crew, and just to making movies in general. It's just, I feel so lucky to get to make films, and we wanted to give the audience the experience of what's that like.
And coming off the Academy Awards on Sunday, and your phenomenal song, What's it like to be here at South by?
You know, it's like it was on this real Barbie high for a long time, and the Fall Guy has become this like beautiful stunt crash pad to land into. So excited to be here. So excited to just share this movie and the stunt community and our love for action with everybody. I hope they feel the love.
Thank you guys so much. We're going to do
All
one
right.
last
Oh, I was gonna say-
Thanks so much.
It's his last time by
We have one question over here.
I wanted to ask how did you prepare for this? I know that you usually do a lot of photography research, and you're working with a lot of filmmakers.
Yeah. Well, I think Jodie's like a blend of a few different directors I've worked with. I'm not going to name them, but I like that she wasn't a serious, earnest, intense character. My favorite heroes in films are the ones where they're in situations where they're way over their head, and I liked that about her, you know.
Tell me you've had so many great leading men. What was special about Ryan?
Oh, he's like a creative whirlwind and the sweetest and easiest to be around, and it was like he's always searching for the best idea, and I like that pursuit that he's got in him, you know.
Thank you. We have to go in. I'm sorry.
Let's show the red carpet.
Hit me, please.
Yes, and I have to tell you, we just had Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling, Hannah Waddingham, all here for South by Southwest. Spectacular red carpet that drew a huge crowd. If we can pan over and let you look, all the fans that have come down here to what is for the first time a closed to traffic Congress Avenue. We'll have a live report coming up.
How's that?
Oh, and it's already come. I know. Do y'all have tickets for the media?
I don't. Okay, she's going to check with the big lady, boss lady up here.
You got it.
But I think we might have given them out because there's obviously this one's very popular, so we'll see.
You got it.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Uh-oh. What was that number? 7531? It just hung up on it. You're going to have to cue me if you can. Oh, gosh. Yeah, please call into it. 512-832-7531 and just cue me. Yes. Yes, Riley can hear. Are they going to have video from the red carpet? Video from the red carpet? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have seen a lot of stars walk the red carpet for this South by Southwest, but I think what we just saw here just 2 or 3 minutes ago was one of the most spectacular that we have seen. Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Hannah Waddingham, all here, of course, to kick off the movie, The Fall Guy. This will be its premiere here at South by Southwest, soon to be out in theaters. And of course, Ryan Gosling has been quoted as saying that The Fall Guy feels like When Harry Met Sally, but with action. In a sentence, we can boil the plot down to a major movie star goes missing, and his body double, who is played by Gosling, goes on a stunt-filled rescue mission to save the actor in the film. Now, Gosling, or rather Colt Seavers, also tries to win back the film director. His one true love, of course, played by Emily Blunt. Now, Gosling has called it a love letter to action movies and to stuntmen and women, but from the perspective of those who work behind the scenes instead of in front of the camera. Now, if this plot sounds familiar, some of you may remember back to the 1980s, the TV sitcom with Lee Majors, The Fall Guy. They say this one is based loosely on that, but it's certainly been brought up to date. So can't wait to see it. It's going to premiere right here at South by Southwest in just a few minutes. This is Betty Crush reporting live at the Paramount Theater on what was the red carpet. Why did you stop me?
Because they said we're up, and then they said we're up, and then they said wait, Walt started talking when you started talking. So I'm not sure what happened.
It is what it is. Thank you. You are the best.